Thank you so much for joining me today. We have a really special flow. It's going to be centered in our Muladhara Root Chakra that's located at the base of our spine. Our body has multiple energy centers for which we can heal and improve the quality of our lives. And today we're going to bring special focus into our root chakra. This chakra deals with our sense of survival, our sense of security, and it's the seat of the physical body. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, and this chakra in particularly really links us to our role here in this world. We all have a mission to carry here on earth, and grounding into that security that you are here for a reason, and you don't need to strive to survive. The universe will provide. Really healing this here, we can find a deficiency of energy or an excessive flow of energy here. And it's very similar to water. Water, if it's too hot, it can burn you, and if it's too cold, it can burn you also. So it's all about finding that balance. If you're deficient in this energy center, you might find yourself feeling like a victim quite often. You might find yourself with suicidal thoughts, perhaps. You might find yourself homeless or feeling ungrounded or feeling like you have to be on a survival mode all the time. If you have an excessive flow of energy here, you can find yourself being selfish, self-centered, perhaps even manipulative to some degree. So it really takes a certain level of honesty and vulnerability to really tune in and look at ourselves and how we're feeling and how we're showing up. Everything is perfect just the way it is. There's no need to judge ourselves. There's no need to judge others either. It's just a matter of healing what we need to heal, seeing what we need to see. And today, pending special focus on this chakra. So let's start in a seated position today. Color therapy is also a beautiful way of harnessing our healing here. So that's why I have the red candle and a red shirt, so on and so forth. And so really imagining that color as much as you can throughout your practice, or even visually if you have it around you. Really connect with that color. Red is a color of vitality, of personality, of strength. It's all throughout us in our bloodstream. So really connecting with that color as well, with that frequency. So again, just coming into a seated position, a Sukhasana. Take a moment to bring your shoulders up to your ears and then relax them down away from your ears. From here, we're going to take the right hand at the bottom. Left hand gently sets on top, just to really connect and harness that energy here. Trust yourself, trust me, and close your eyes. Just to give yourself permission to detach and tune out of the world. Notice how your breath is feeling today. Just being the observer, not changing or judging anything, just looking. Notice the quality of your breath. Are your breaths perhaps a little short or rigid? Notice if your air is traveling all the way down to your belly, or perhaps it's lingering at your chest. Our breath is a reflection of how we're showing up, of how we're feeling in our body. Notice what your breath is telling you here. Perhaps you're starting to bring some depth in our breath. Making the breath in a little longer. And your breath out a little longer too. Feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. Feel your chin parallel to the earth. your head over your heart over your pelvis. And really tapping into our pelvic floor. Tapping into the base of our spine. Perhaps bringing that beautiful red colored energy. And perhaps imagining a lotus flower here with 4 beautiful petals. From here, gently, you can keep the eyes closed or flutter them open. We are slowly gonna imagine, visualize, driving our energy up from our pelvic floor, very slowly and gently rising up through your other chakras. Rising up through your heart, taking your time by your throat, all the way through the crown of the head, then releasing the hands, sending them up to the sky, maybe looking up at the sky too, lengthening out the side body. And then slowly on your next exhale, hands together at your heart, Anjali Mudra. Feel your thumbs lightly pressing at your heart center, your shoulders relaxed. We're going to start with 3 lams. Lam is the frequency of our Muladhara chakra. So taking a deep breath in through our nose. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be intentional. And find your intention here for stepping on your mat, for connecting with your root chakra today. Perhaps growing a gentle smile here, closing the eyes if you haven't already, to really draw your attention to your intention. You close your eyes, gently flutter them open. From here, hands go alongside your body. Notice the fingertips anchoring the shoulders away from the ears. You can take your whole hand down if that were to feel better. It's up to you. From here, feel that energy drive you up from your pelvic floor to the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in, and on your next exhale, gently release the chin down towards your chest. Again, feel the shoulders anchoring away from the ears. Noticing how this feels. Deep breath in through your nose. And then slowly exhale over towards the right side. Inhale takes you back through center. And the exhale melts you to the other side. Take your time, take your breath. Shoulders mindfully away from the ears. Find your rhythm, find your flow. Maybe linger in any particular place that were to feel extra good. And we're just taking half circles from side to side. Still finding that integrity in your vertebrae. And taking our breath. Taking about 1 or 2 more rounds at your own pace. When you're ready, chin releases down towards your chest, and we slowly draw that energy up as we rise the head and we take the chin parallel to the earth. From here, right hand settles down. Inhale, reach and grow through that left side, and then slowly now send your energy over towards the right. Making sure we're not caving forward, send that left shoulder back, and that right shoulder at the bottom is nice and relaxed. Maybe you take your gaze up. Feel your left hip bone really supporting you here. Keeping that connection with our pelvic floor. And when you're ready, slowly exhale your left hand back down. Come through center. Maybe notice a difference between one side and the other. You're gonna go for the other side, so this time the left hand stays grounded. Inhale, reach up through your right hand, and then slowly send that energy now over towards this side. Again, making sure we're drawing that right shoulder back to keep an opening flow from our pelvic center through our heart and through the crown of the head. Making sure we're relaxing that bottom hand. Maybe looking up or looking down, whichever feels best on your neck. On your next exhale, slowly send the right hand back down to the earth. Maybe notice now how that feels. When you're ready, we're gonna move through a tabletop. So slowly grounding the hands and gently grounding the knees, knees above the hips, shoulders above the wrist. Spread the fingertips to take some pressure off your wrist. Your toes can be tucked or untucked, your preference. From here, we're just gonna wake up the spine. Inhale, arch through the spine, shoulders away from the ears. And on your exhale, we round through the spine, tuck your tailbone in. Moving at the rhythm of your breath, inhale to arch the spine. And exhale to round through the spine. Feel that energy draw up as you arch, both the crown of your head and your bottom center going towards the sky. And feel that energy go inward as you round. Take this at your own rhythm. If you have a hyperextension in your hands, like me, where my bone kind of sticks out, just have a soft bend here. So bring in some mindfulness into that if you have that like me. We're all so biodiverse, we're all different. But just taking a couple more rounds here. You can even make circles with your rib cage. And if we take circles in one direction, taking them in both directions. When you're ready, wrapping up our last round, we're gonna neutralize our spine, shoulders away from the ears. From here, we're gonna tuck our toes, lift our hips, and send the heart back for our down dog. So again, having a soft bend in the elbows if you have that hyperextension, and perhaps walking the legs here. Notice your Muladhara energy center drawing up towards the sky, and then drawing the energy down to the crown of the head, down to the earth. Maybe here, shaking out the head no for negativity. Yes for positivity. Traditionally, we breathe through our nose in yoga, but perhaps here taking a deep breath in through your nose and sighing it out. Feel free to take one more of those deep breath in through your nose and let it out. Yeah. From here, inhale to your tippy toes, and we're slowly gonna tippy toe our way to our hands. So finding an Uttanasana forward fold here, letting the head bow as you melt. Having a soft or a deep bend in the knees to take some pressure off your low back. Maybe here, feel your belly hit your thigh as you breathe. You can grab onto opposite elbows to find a nice ragdoll. Perhaps swaying here if you'd like. And again, really connecting with that root chakra energy center. If you'd like here to take your hands below behind your back, interlace them and get a shoulder rinse if you'd like to take that variation. You took the shoulder rinse, take your hands to your low back once more. Maybe give your low back some love before mindfully traveling the hands back to earth. From here, inhale, halfway lift, roll through your spine, and then exhale, melt into that line. We're gonna take our time here, very slowly, bend the knees a lot, let the head relax, and slowly start to draw your energy up as we slowly rise. Take your time, no rush. Very mindfully pressing through all four corners of our feet, our toes. There's no competition on getting up faster. Take your time. Once your head starts to rise, bring your shoulders up with you to then relax them far away from the ears. Finding our Tadasana mountain pose. Letting our arms have a certain weight here. Making sure we're not locking our knees. Let your knees have some freedom here. Usually Tadasana mountain pose is a posture we usually fly through in our practice. But here we're really grounding ourselves. This is more of a grounding practice as we connect with our Muladhara. Therefore, really find your stillness here. Perhaps even close your eyes and draw your attention inside. Having our head over heart, heart over pelvis. Here connecting with our root chakra, with the base of our spine. Perhaps even bringing the mantra, I am. I am grounded. I am safe. I am loved. I am supported. I love myself. Start to draw that energy, those affirmations up from your root chakra all the way up to the crown of your head. Take your hands up with you as you slowly reach those hands up to the sky. On your exhale, hands together at your heart, Anjali Mudra. From here, perhaps fluttering the eyes open. I'm gonna turn to the side so you guys can see me a little bit. From here, our feet can stay hip distance if that were to feel good, or we can bring the feet together. Take your big toes to touch if you do. And from here, we're slowly gonna draw the energy from our pelvic floor. Inhale it all the way up. From here, take your hands together, interlace your fingers, take your index finger up. Right thumb over left. When you're ready, slowly inhale, grow a little taller, and then on your exhale, send your hips over to the left and your body over to the right. Really grounding here through that left hip bone, through that left foot. And then slowly, next inhale takes you back through center. Release the hands and exhale at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. When you're ready, other side, inhale, reach back up. Interlace your fingers, take your index finger up, left thumb over right this time. From here, when you're ready, inhale, grow a little taller in your vertebrae, draw that energy up, and exhale it over to the side, hips over to the right, and our body over to the left. Making sure we're not caving forward or back, staying centered, grounded through our feet. And then slowly inhale back through center, release the hands and take them at your heart as you exhale. From here, back into our Tadasana, letting the hands melt alongside your body, shoulders away from the ears. There's another chakra that is 3 feet below our feet. It's called the Earth Star Chakra. It connects us to this physical world, to Pachamama, to Mother Earth, just a little deeper. The root chakra, Muladhara, has a little bit more to do about self. The chakra, the Earth Star Chakra that's at our feet, has a little bit more to do with Mother Earth. Therefore, really connecting with Mother Earth, our mother. So maybe here, lifting all 10 toes, spreading them out and gently grounding one by one like roots from a tree all the way down to earth. Feel that connection, that chakra, that Earth Star Chakra is 3 feet below our feet, so it's not exactly in our body, it's more in our etheric body, yet all the chakras are in our etheric body. But really feel that grounding, feel it go all the way to deep inside the core of the earth. Maybe doing this one more time, bring our attention to our feet, inhale in, and lifting all 10 toes, and then slowly as you exhale, grounding toe by toe. From here now, drawing our attention forward, shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna move into tree pose. For our tree pose, we're gonna find a drishti first, something to focus all of our attention, our energy on. We're just gonna move the right leg just to let our body know that something's about to happen. Making sure we're not locking in that standing knee, have some play here. This is a hip opener, so take the knee out to the side as we open up that hip. From here, your toes can stay grounded, your heel can rest on your foot. You can go right next to your calf, next to your thigh, half lotus, your choice. And from here, spread your branches, maybe extend the hands out. And again, feel those roots from your tree that you just created supporting you and grounding you. Perhaps opening up our heart chakra a bit too, drawing that energy from our pelvic floor, our root chakra, sending it to the heart, maybe gazing up if you do. And then letting it shoot out the crown of your head as well. If you'd like a bit more advanced variation for tree pose, you can take your right hand, take it behind your back, and find your foot. From here, your opposite hand can do whatever it wishes. Staying with our breath, with our intention. When you're ready to release, mindfully releasing, taking your time, sending that knee back through center to gently settle the foot back down. Maybe shake out the legs. Coming for the other side, finding a drishti, a focal point, and just first hovering that left leg off the earth. From here, opening up that hip, take the knee out to the side. Maybe your toes stay grounded. Take any variation, just making sure we don't put our foot by our knee. Our knee can be very sensitive, so please be mindful of not putting pressure on your knee like that. Again, finding your variation. How do you want to express yourself today in this tree? And again, feel those roots you created from your pelvic floor all the way down to the earth, through your Earth Star Chakra below your feet. If you like that variation, taking our left hand behind, maybe finding our foot. One side is always different from the other. And again, opposite hand can do whatever you choose. Making sure that knee is still pointing out to the side because it is a hip opener. So we want to keep that integrity there. Perhaps this time closing the eyes and notice what happens. Trust those micro movements, trust yourself. You never know. Slowly, mindfully releasing, sending that knee through center, and gently the foot comes down and we shake it off. When you're ready, we're gonna take a wide stance. So taking a wide stance across the mat, you want about the distance of one of your legs. From here, we're gonna find our warrior two. We're gonna keep our hips out to the side. We're just slowly gonna take our left leg first and externally rotate it over to the side. Our toes are now facing towards the other edge of our mat, and we slowly bend into that knee and align the knee to our ankle. Our hips are still facing towards the side, and that back leg is neutral. From here, we extend our hands out. Shoulders away from the ears. What better way to connect with our root chakra than to embody the warrior that we are? Remembering that we are warriors of light. Perhaps here adding on, inhale, reach forward, flip your palm, and exhale, peaceful warrior, sending those fingertips back, making sure we're not dumping our weight on this back side, and we're still lunging in that front knee. From here, come back into your warrior. Send that left hand forward, right hand back. From here, re-extend that left leg and take the toes out to the side. Before we come onto the other side, let's just take a nice straddle forward fold. Again, feel that energy draw all the way up from your pelvic floor through the head. Slowly start to send that energy now forward. When you're ready to let gravity do the work and melt you down, just slowly let gravity take over. Maybe grab onto the elbows and sway. Having a softness in our knees, feeling the outer edges of our feet supporting us. Maybe here a deep breath in through your nose and sighing it out. From here, settle your hands down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, grow, and then exhale, melt one more time. From here, really grounding through our hands and our feet to slowly help us rise all the way up, taking your hands at your hips for support. From here, now we come for the other side. So again, our hips are facing to the side, our hips are gonna stay as they are. We're just gonna lift that right foot, externally rotate it, ground your toes, bend through that knee, align that knee with your ankle. Hips are still facing forward, back leg is neutral, and here we extend our arms into our warrior. Facing our fears like a warrior would. With love. And with some peacefulness. Here, taking our peaceful warrior. Inhale, reach forward, flip your palm, and then slowly send those fingertips back, still lunging into that right knee, still opening up in our hips. From here, back through center, and extend that leg now. Take your toes back towards the side, back into that straddle stance. From here, we're gonna heel toe our feet a little bit closer. From here, toes out, heels in, we're gonna transition into Muladhara Yogi squat, slowly rooting our energy down to earth. From here, just take your hands out in front of you and let your head melt. Perhaps here, lightly press your arms into your legs and your legs into your arms. Notice how that feels. Perhaps here, adding movement, coming from side to side, especially if it feels a little bit uncomfortable to ground your heels. Stay with your breath and perhaps find something, a movement that feels good or works. And when you're ready to ground into stillness, slowly rising that energy, hands at the heart. Maybe closing the eyes if you want to draw that attention inside. Again, feel your arms pressing into your legs into your arms. Hands pressing together, thumbs at your heart, shoulders away from the ears. Feeling our root chakra really ground down and support us all the way through our feet chakra, our earth star chakra as well. And then also feel that energy draw up your vertebrae all the way to the top of your head. Perhaps here whispering to yourself the mantra, I am. I am always rooted. I am always guided. I am always supported. I love myself unconditionally. If you had your eyes closed, gently flutter them open. From here, take your hands back down to the earth. We're gonna send our energy up as we slowly root down to rise back up. We're gonna slowly shake it off and find ourselves at the top of our mat, back into our Tadasana mountain pose. Again, your feet can be together or apart, your choice. Shoulders away from the ears, grounding ourselves here. When you're ready, inhale, reach up, grow tall. And then exhale, send that energy to the earth, to Pachamama. Soften the knees to help us as we fold. From here, bend in the knees a lot. Step your right foot back. We're gonna find an Anjaneyasana low lunge. Slowly release the knee down, untuck the toes. Make sure the knee is tracking the ankle. Maybe the hands stay down, or maybe we ground down through our hip, through our pelvic floor, and then slowly draw that energy up and send our fingertips up as well. Notice if your shoulders are trying to reach with you, let your shoulders relax, plug them into your body. Feel that duality as you ground down and as you rise up. Notice as above, so below, pulling you in both directions. From here, hands come down to the earth. Slowly, mindfully extend the front leg, walk the hands back. From here, gently folding here. Letting the head bow. Grounding through the heel, you can flex or point your toes, whichever feels best. Notice your root chakra all the way to the top of the head as you surrender to yourself, to your left leg. From here, we're gonna bend back into that left knee. Frame our foot with our hands. From here, tuck the toes behind you. Activate that leg and step it forward as we shift back into that Uttanasana forward fold at the top of our mat. Just take a gentle inhale to halfway lift and an exhale to fold. From here, bending the knees a lot. This time, left foot steps back. Lower that knee down, untuck your toes. Track the knee with the ankle, maybe hands stay down, or we slowly draw that energy from our base all the way through the top. Notice how this side feels, maybe a little bit different. And the more distance you have between the legs, the deeper the stretch. So also finding that distance that feels right for you. Ideally, you want about the length of one of your legs, similar to how you want the length of one of your legs in your warriors. When you're ready, slowly send the energy down to the earth. Frame your foot with your hands. From here, we're coming for our Ardha Hanumanasana, half split, slowly walking the hands back, grounding through the heel and just melting and bowing here to ourselves. Notice a slight action of your right hip pulling back and your left hip folding forward, keeping your pelvic floor nice and centered. When you're ready from here, bend back into that right knee, frame the foot with your hands. From here, we're gonna tuck the toes, activate that leg behind us. This time, we're gonna step it back into our down dog. Let the head melt, send the heart back. Notice perhaps a difference from this down dog and the first one that we took. Maybe one more deep breath in through your nose and sighing it out. From here, bend into your knees. Take the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch behind you. Sinking our root chakra down towards our heels, down towards the earth. Melt your body with you as you find your child's pose, Balasana. Perhaps wiggling in the hips to settle the energy down. Perhaps your upper body moves a bit too. And when you're ready to ground into stillness, ground into your moment. Perhaps here, noticing how you can bring your intention forward. Perhaps noticing how can you connect with what's showing up mentally for you. Taking a couple more gentle breaths here. Perhaps in these final breaths, reminding yourself of at least 3 reasons for which you're grateful for today. Breathing into that gratitude. When you are ready to release, slowly rise into your hands and knees. We're going to send the knees over to the side and settle the hips down to the earth. Extend the legs out in front. Maybe give our legs a little bit of a wiggle, a shake. Making sure our sitting bones are nice and grounded, really connecting with the earth here. Flex or point your toes. Finding a Dandasana. At the beginning of my practice, I found it really difficult to sit here with a straight spine. I naturally rounded forward, so if you find it difficult to sit up straight, don't worry, it will come with time, with practice, but just lifting through our spine as much as we can at this moment. No judgment, just observations on how our body is showing up. When you're ready, from the pelvic floor, draw the energy up, send the fingertips up as you breathe in. And when you exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Right hand goes behind, left hand goes forward. Gazing towards the back, maybe you stay right here. Maybe you want to bend that right knee, Grab onto the outer edge of your foot. Maybe stay here or extend the leg out. But again, taking our gaze back, our eyes are an extension of our spine. Feel your vertebrae growing with integrity here. And when you're ready to release, if you're in this variation, bend back into that knee to release, and then slowly inhale your energy back forward, Dandasana, shoulders away from the ears. Getting ready for the other side. Slowly inhale, grow, draw that energy up to your fingers, and on the exhale, twisting out to the left. Left hand goes behind, right hand goes forward, gazing back, maybe bending into that left knee now, grabbing onto the outer edge of that foot, maybe staying here or extending it out. And again, making sure that we're looking back. Maybe growing a smile, you got this. And then slowly inhaling our energy back forward, gently bending to release, taking your time. From here, we are going to bend the knees to ground the feet. We're gonna perhaps scooch our hips a little bit forward just to give ourselves some room to melt down. Use the strength of your core to help you lower. From here, we're gonna find a happy baby. We're gonna grab onto the outer edges of our feet. If you prefer somewhere else alongside your legs, feel free. From here, really grounding in our Muladhara Root Chakra, ground your tailbone down, feel your low back ground down. You might feel this, you might not, but just visualizing grounding the tailbone down. Whether it really does or doesn't, eventually it will. Either way, that's not the goal. The goal is to set our intention. Where energy goes, attention flows. Maybe here, moving from side to side a bit, might give your lower back a bit of a massage. And then slowly grounding into stillness, a couple of breaths of really grounding our tailbone down, grounding ourselves into this moment and really opening up the hips in a beautiful way. Perhaps tapping into our inner child. You may remember this or not, but we used to do this as babies quite often. That's why it's called happy baby pose. So connecting with that inner child, perhaps. When you are ready to release, slowly draw the feet towards each other as you release, and just give yourself a gentle hug, bringing the knees into your heart. Perhaps bringing your forehead to your knee and rounding. And then relaxing your head back down, extending the legs out. Maybe like a starfish, take up space if you have it. If your lower back suffers from discomfort, you can bend the knees, take the feet to the outer edges of your mat, and then let the knees melt at center. It should give your lower back a bit more support. But just ending our practice in whichever way resonates with us, perhaps walking the shoulders down the mat, really relaxing the shoulder blades. Maybe wiggle in your hips to settle them in too. Having a very, very slight tuck in the chin just to help us find some length in the back of our neck. Here we let our entire body be supported by the earth, supported by your breath. Let your jaw soften as you create space between your teeth, and relax the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Releasing any scrunching from our forehead center, really softening our face muscles. Drawing this attention inward as we have the eyes closed. We use the power of visualization through our mind's eye, the eyes that see without looking. Bring our attention into our Muladhara center at the base of the spine. Bringing that beautiful tone of red energy, inviting its flow. Perhaps even seeing a lotus flower with 4 beautiful petals. Feel this energy center activate. And notice what it has to say. Perhaps here too, whispering to ourselves some more affirmations. I am a divine being of light and love. I am always supported by the universe. I am strong yet gentle. I am a warrior of light and a warrior of peace. I am infinite. I am safe. I am grounded in both the earthly and the spiritual. I am. can stay where you are for as long as you desire. If you are ready to start to bring some gentle movement, perhaps in your fingers and toes. From here, extending our right arm overhead, bending our knees, grounding the feet. Bringing the knees close to us as we slowly find a fetal pose over on the right, using that right arm as a pillow. And we connect with this fetal pose. Maybe give yourself a little hug with your left hand. Come back to your intention and see how it shaped your practice. Breathing into this nurturing sensation and very mindfully using your left hand to support itself to the earth to help you rise up very, very gently. You're finding a seated position. Just like how we started, or maybe still in our Shavasana. Taking our hands at our heart or at our laps to connect here in these final moments. Comfort yourself. Comfort is a place we can visit often as we need to. Although certain places and objects help comfort us, it is really a place within each of us. Some of us may have thought that comfort was a waste of time, but now we know that there is tremendous power in comfort and the power to heal. We no longer have to deprive ourselves of comfort, of that warm feeling of being nurtured. We can visit it for ourselves. We can take others there with us too. What brings you comfort? What makes you feel safe, cozy, warm, and loved? What places? What people? What events? Learn to comfort yourself. Learn to accept comfort and learn to give it. Go to that special place of comfort whenever you need to. Stay as long as you wish. The healing power of comfort will make life better. Wherever you are, perhaps take a moment to grow a gentle smile on your face. Filling our hearts with gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take a moment to thank yourself as well for showing up, for taking your healing into your own hands. light in me sees, respects, honors, and loves the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.